Hi, everybody. It's Saturday, and I just got done grading. I think I've graded everybody, so I'm going to go back and double check. But I wanted to just make one comment about your Module 3 readings. First, I will just say that I very much enjoyed reading them. I particularly like reading about how you think and what your approaches are and your theories and the things that your values that you're most passionate about. It's really opened my mind. Your points of view are all different, and I hope that reading each other's blogs has also opened your minds to other ways of looking at the world. I always learn from my students. Hopefully you are learning a little bit from me too. Okay, so I'm just going to bring up one issue from Module 3, and it's actually an issue that one of you brought up, not one that was directly in the readings, but that emerged from the reading. Your classmate, Lee Jensen, raised a really profound question in her blog. She asked, how do you draw lines around a community? In other words, who's in your community and who is out? This is important because when we're talking about participatory, who do we include, right? So here we have three very important words that we invoke in terms of trying to create social change: community, participatory, and inclusion. And all three of these words have a flip side of the coin that we haven't really talked about, and that's who's out. The very idea of a community, a group with common interests to which we belong, suggests that other people will not belong, and some will remain inside the community while some will remain out. The term include or inclusive also suggests the opposite, or exclusion. Who do we include and who do we leave out? And similarly, when we are attempting a participatory practice, who do we invite to participate? Who do we bring to the table? Some will be invited to participate and some will not be invited. This conversation, this question that Lee raised, reminds me of two very recent events where community boundaries came into question. Right after President Trump's inauguration, there was a women's march in Washington, D.C. You may remember that. The leadership of the Women's March turned away the participation of a Right to Life group of women that wanted to be a co-sponsor and to bring all their minions with them. I want to read you the mission statement of the Women's March. The mission is to harness the political power of the diverse women and their communities to create transformative social change. Women's March is a women-led movement providing intersectional education on a diverse range of issues and creating entry points for new grassroots activists and organizers to engage in their local communities through training, outreach, and events. Women's March is committed to dismantling systems of oppression through nonviolent resistance and building inclusive structures guided by self-determination, dignity, and respect. There is not one word in there about reproductive rights, but the leadership decided to turn these right to life women away. Similarly, in just last month, there was an LGBT march, and the leadership of that march turned away a group of Jewish lesbians because they said Zionism was against LGBT principles, notwithstanding the fact that the Jewish lesbians happen to be American and the Zionist movement has been aimed at Israel. Both of these situations beg the question, where are the boundaries? When I think about this, I think that allowing all women, regardless of their views on one issue, abortion, to participate in the Women's March would have signaled that all women intend to unite for the purposes of the mission statement for social change. Allowing women lesbians into the LGBT march would have signaled that all lesbians matter, not just those who share a very narrow ideological perspective about one topic. In both cases, in my opinion, the leadership of those two marches weakened their own cause and their own case by being divisive and by excluding. The women turned away women. The leaders of the LGBT turned away L's, right? So the issue of where we draw the line around a community can be very complicated, as those two examples show. I'd really be interested in your opinions. In fact, if you have one, why not leave it for me in the hallway conversations? I will give anybody who does that a little bit of extra credit, just because it's worth it to me to hear what you think about this question. Where do we draw boundaries around a community? And Lee, thank you so much for your very profound and insightful question. Okay, you guys, that's it. We are heading towards the end of our semester. I really have enjoyed being able to participate with you in this discovery. And if you haven't, I want to urge you again, please go to your MyASU page, find the link for the class evaluation, and let me know what was good and what was not so good about this class, what you would have liked to see, what worked for you, what your favorite thing was maybe. Let me know that stuff, because I'm going to be teaching this class again in the fall for Dr. Furui, and well, I guess now it will be for me. And I would really like to have your input, whatever you can let me know to help me keep the class at its best. What you share with me will make a difference to how I move forward. Again, thank you very much, and I will see you on the Blackboard. Email me or ask me questions in hallway conversations if you have anything you need to know. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.